Hey, what's up, everybody? We are going live. Real talk, real people, real results. We've been trying to get Giovanni on here, a $500 challenge winner, 25 pounds lost in his transformation. We've been having some technical difficulties, so we're just trying to get him on and figure out what's going on with our real talk, real people, real results live, and then kind of go from there. So just bear with us. I want to see. As soon as I see him, I'm going to, okay, so he joined. No, I don't see him yet. Try again.
Okay, Sean, I finally got it. Just go ahead and send me the invitation one more time and we'll get this started. Thank you.
All right, he says he invite should be on any second if he did figure it out. It's connecting. The man is here. Oh my God.
What's up?
My brother. So okay, so going forward, what did you do in case I ever have this problem again?
No worries. Okay, so it actually turns out that on my phone, I had the actual rotation off and it kept on saying turn on your phone, but I didn't understand what that meant to continue. So finally, when I turned the phone, I went into my settings and I actually unlocked the rotation so it could turn landscape, not vertical. And then it was able to go ahead and hit go live.
Okay, so if that comes into play in the future, we know how to deal with that. My friend, my brother, you know what? Giovanni and I have known each other for, geez, probably going on a couple of years now, but we've never actually sat down and talked like this. So I'm really excited to hear where you came from and where you're going and so forth. So thank you for jumping on the call. Big shout out to everybody that is joining our calls. If you guys have some questions, drop them below. What you guys don't know is he has actually gone through a transformation of 25 pounds. He has become a $500 challenge winner through Beachbody, which is absolutely incredible. So we'll let him tell you about that story. Other than that, I'm going to switch to my interview questions because we were going through all that. And you know, man, we got to do this because I've been told by the powers that be up top, we got to do a little disclaimer. Beachbody does not guarantee any levels of success or income from the team Beachbody coaching opportunity. Each coach's income depends on his or own efforts, diligence, and skill. Meaning, we put into it, we get stuff out of it, but everybody's got to go their own route. So they do not guarantee anything. And when it comes to our transformations, results may vary because everybody has different transformations. So we had to get that out of the way. So my man, once again, I'm glad that you're on, and let's start by you telling us a little bit about yourself. What was your life like before you started the program, and how did you feel about yourself and your body?
Definitely. So first and foremost, Sean, thank you very much for having this opportunity. I'm very privileged, and it's so awesome, because it's true, we've known each other for quite some time. And to my viewers and to your viewers, I want everybody to know that Beachbody, it's such an amazing transformation, and not just mind, but also body, but it also gives you, the actual the thing that you really want in your life, and that is to just, be feeling good about yourself. So I want to take you, a little bit back prior to, to your question, and then prior, to before I even started Beachbody. See, I grew up in a family of basically five overall. We're, a Mexican family, Latino. So within that time, unfortunately, my father and my mother came from humble beginnings. So when it came to eating, it was what was placed on the table. So it's more like, hey, you got to eat what's on the table, and that's it. So when it came to healthy eating, we unfortunately didn't know what healthy eating was all about. And that was something that, I grew up in that environment with, particularly for my Latino viewers out there, as well as I'm pretty sure, Sean, you may have some Latino viewers yourself. I want to tell everybody that you come from that type of background. Most likely, eating whatever it is that your parents were taught. So we ate tacos, we ate burritos, we ate all the Mexican good stuff that was unfortunately also so bad for you at the same time. So it was it was crazy, but it was basically what was taught, was that's what we had to eat. But I was also very skinny, and I want people to understand that I grew up a very skinny guy. I was short also. I wasn't very tall at the time. And finally, I was like, all right, I'm already going into my adulthood, which was like in my early 20s. But actually, I started finally gaining weight, but in the wrong spots. And it was the weight where it started with, in Spanish, we call those lonjas. And for my English people out there, they're called love handles. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to those love handles. But here's the thing that I want you guys to understand also at the same time. Also, I didn't know what to eat. So I ate finally, all the junk food that was out there, the Pizza Hut, the McDonald's, the Burger King, and of course the Mexican food. So it was something that I didn't know what to eat because I honestly didn't know what was out there for me to, eat healthy. So before my transformation, I finally, of course, started gaining weight, but it was in the wrong spots. It wasn't in the right spots. And during that time, also, I'm pretty sure just like many parents who are out there who are viewing this right now, you're a busy father or you're a busy mother. You have, a full-time job, which is me. I worked in, retail, so I was on my feet 10 hours, sometimes 11 hours a day, coming home, being exhausted, not knowing what to do, and just it was crazy. It was really, really crazy, And again, I grew up being skinny, so my thought process in my mind was, man, I wish I can go ahead and just be, healthy. But how do I go about doing that? And I was uncomfortable within my body too when I got married. I honestly, and this is true. And Sean, I want to say I love your show because this is real talk. This is raw. So for those of you guys who are out there right now, I have man boobs, guys. Okay, the man boobs. Yes, the ones that guys do not love to hear, but it is very true. so those man boobs, the ones that you try to hide, with like maybe some black clothes because they say that wearing black clothes you can go ahead and hide that stuff. I was always wearing black, people, and for that same reason. And I was embarrassed to go to the gym because in my thought process, I would think that other people who are already nice and fit and had like those big muscles going, in my mind, they're like, oh, yeah, that's that one guy over there who wants to work out. Look at him. And that was my thought process. So I was insecure about my body, guys. I never honestly took off my shirt in front of even my wife. Even when we got married, I didn't even want to take off my shirt because I was so embarrassed of how I felt of my body. I was ashamed. And I think a lot of viewers, yours and mine, can definitely relate to that. But it was also being healthy. It was not eating the right. It was feeling tired every single time and exhausted. So finally, when I started, to go ahead and, you know what, enough was enough. I had to go ahead and make a change. And there was two things that I like to go ahead and tell everybody that there was two main things. See, I come from a family history of diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. So that was already within me. So finally, when I went ahead and went to the doctor said, Gio, you know what? If you don't change your habits right now, you're borderline diabetic already. So if you don't change something right now as it is, most likely you'll start getting, diabetes because of your family history. And that's one thing where I say, you know what, that's it. Number two, guys, was the fact that my kids, I had my kids with me. They were very energized and I was not. And the attitude, the mood that I was in every single time, I unfortunately projected that towards them. So, when I would get home, the couch was my friend. I would relax on the couch, recline that couch, and just watch TV consistently, but not wanting to play with them. And I saw that in my kids' eyes. Unfortunately, they saw the really bad side of me. And I didn't want to be that person anymore because I wanted to be there for my kids. So those were two things, Sean. I honestly felt ashamed of my body. I didn't want to take off my shirt in front of even my wife. I didn't even want to go out to the beach to take off my shirt. As a matter of fact, I just wore tank tops. So I always had either the farmer's tan, which a lot of people can relate to the farmer's tan, or just like the tank top tan. So that's how I felt before, joining a Beachbody program.
Man, let's talk about the shirt thing for a minute, because as you're saying that, I think of it too. And even though I've gone through a huge transformation, there are still some days like I'd be sitting on the couch with my girlfriend, we'll watch a movie, I'll have the shirt off. But you know what? As you're saying that, I still think about it today, that I still put the shirt on the stomach. I still put it on there. You know, I still feel uncomfortable. And I don't think a lot of guys, you know, they think of it that way. Yeah, some, you know, you get the young guys and they're rocking the tank tops. They can just rip the shirts off because they're hey, I was ripped at 18 too, right? It's when we get older and we get those lohas, I think that's what you call it, the love handles.
Yeah.
And but yeah, no, it's true. Because even today with my transformation, I'm still putting my shirt over my stomach because it's a soft spot for me, even though I've hit that. Um, this question isn't on my list of questions, but as you're talking, it's got me thinking. So you got your transformation, and you still had a few things to go to hit that transformation. Before you actually started going full force and you actually started doing the program, how many times did you quit before you actually got into a full program? Did you quit at any time?
Yeah, so I actually started with the original P90X, and for a lot of you guys who are just watching this for the first time, P90X was one of those first programs that Beachbody put out. It was intense. That X literally meant extreme. So it was 1 hour with the man, you know, the legend Tony Horton, and I'm pretty sure Sean, you know who I'm talking about, you know. So a lot of us went through that first program, or it was the other program, which was also very popular to, you know, Sean T with Insanity. But my very first program was P90X. And I'm not gonna lie, I quit within the first, I want to say, week because it was so intense. And it was crazy. I mean, the moves that they did, and mind you guys, I had never worked out in my entire life. So I was already in my late 30s. I'm 38, guys, right now. I am 38, you know. So in my early 30s, that's when I finally started working out, and it was exhausting. I mean, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is the type of workouts that I'm doing. So yes, Sean, to your point, I did quit on the first week, but then I started telling myself, you know what? I can't. I gotta push. And one thing that really helped me out was our coach, Scotty. Our coach, Scotty, was the one who was within our group. And for those of you guys who are just viewing this, we do what this thing called challenge groups. And it's really cool because it's a community of just people who just want to go ahead and lose weight, feel good about themselves, and we support each other. And I remember Scotty always saying, hey, Gio, don't quit. I know what it feels like because I personally went through that myself. And we would private message each other. And within that group, also people started saying, hey, guys, Gio, don't quit. Like, we got your back. We know what it feels like. I also wanted to quit, but I went back up there. And it was going back to your reason why the actual program to begin with. So my whole reason why, and I shared that already, but it was deep because number one, like I said, number one, Sean, it was the fact that I wanted to finally feel healthy for myself. I didn't want to become diabetic, just, you know, like the rest of, you know, my family, unfortunately. And I wanted to live a long history of a healthy life. And number two, I didn't want to continue being in that bad mood for my kids. So yeah, I did quit in the first time, but then I had to remind myself as far as why I started. And the peer support that I had within my challenge group was such an amazing support that I thank God every single day for that, because honestly, if it wasn't for that and the support that I had from our coach Scotty, I wouldn't, you know, had made it through. But my first transformation was actually P90X. And then I went into P90X2, lost track, and then finally went into P90X3, and that's where I actually became the 500 Challenge Day winner.
That's amazing. You know what? I gotta give you props because you got through the first week of P90X and then you quit. Mine sat in my closet for 2 years and I quit before I even opened the box. I looked at it, I'm like, there is no way I can do this. I'm 243 pounds. I can't even pull myself up on a chin-up bar. How am I going to do this program? So big props out to you, brother, that you were able to go through a full week because mine didn't even leave my closet. So
Yeah.
that being said, all right, the results. Actually, no, let's go here. What was the greatest challenge you faced before beginning the program? How did the program and Beachbody help you overcome that challenge?
My biggest challenge was the fact when it came to eating, you know, and I think a lot of us, I mean, thousands of us, and for the people who are viewing this too, the main thing that I always come down to is the eating part. And what I really love the fact about the Beachbody Challenge programs was it simplified the eating portion of it. I don't know if you remember this, but there's a book that would say like photography for dummies, or HTML for dummies, and it was like the book for for the dummies. They called it dummies, but that's how easy it was for us to follow the program. And that was a challenge for me because I didn't know what to eat, coming from a history again, from just eating whatever was out there. And then unfortunately, like I said, when my parents didn't know what healthy eating looked like, I had to eat whatever was there. But it broke it down in very simple steps. And the challenge that I got was the fact that it challenged me specifically on how to eat proportionally, how to eat clean, because it gave you a list and it gave you specific details as far as what you need to eat, how many portions, what the size is, and it broke it down. That's why I like to explain it like in that HTML or photography for dummies, because literally that's what it was. It was for something for myself to say, okay, look, this is what you have to do. Just follow the plan, and believe me, you'll get results. And that was, my biggest challenge when it came to the eating portion.
Awesome. So the program you chose, which was P90. Hey, what's up, guys? It's part 2 of the interview with Giovanni. We just had some technical difficulties. Just going to wait for him to jump back on, and we will get the ball rolling with this again. Again, Giovanni is a $500 challenge winner, and he actually lost 25 pounds. That's right, 25 pounds with Beachbody products. So we're just going to wait for him to jump on. There he is. I'm going to just invite him.
I finally...
All right. Nice and easy. He is
All righty.
some dinner. I'm sorry, my brother.
No worries, bro. No worries.
All right. So let's just quickly, because I know we're both crunched for time, let's just quickly go through a few more questions. So with P90X3, what in particular did you like about the program?
Yeah, so the P90X3, like I had mentioned, in our first video, because it was so extreme with 1 hour, I love the fact that it was down to now only 30 minutes a day. And I think that's a lot of challenge, particularly with, people out there that they feel that, oh my God, 1 hour, that's a lot. But it came down to now 30 minutes. So now I said to myself, okay, I could do 30 minutes. And if I could do 30 minutes, anybody can do 30 minutes. And then that's what I really love. It was intense, but in 30 minutes, even if I couldn't do the move, Sean, I was at least able to modify, and that's also a plus that I want everybody to understand, because a lot of people feel that, oh my God, we're doing these workouts and with these DVDs, and it's like, oh, I can't keep up with them. No, I want you guys to understand that you don't have to keep up with them. There's modification, and that's what I love about it, that there's modification. So I was holding my breath, I'm like, trying to like gasp for breath, but that modifying, it worked out so much. And then of course you start building more, you build more confidence, you feel a lot more stronger by eating healthy, and then you're drinking your Shakeology, which is also amazing. And little by little you start to kind of catch up with it. You're like, and then you feel good about yourself, like, hold on, wait a minute, I feel good now, I can definitely catch up with these guys. So that's what I really loved about P90X3, that it came down and it condensed it to now 30 minutes a day.
Yeah, it's so true. And you know what? There's so many different programs that you can actually choose from now with the all-exclusive Beachbody On Demand, which are 30 minutes and below. So, yeah, no, you know what? And I think a lot of people can relate to being able to do a workout in 30 minutes instead of having to drive to a gym, doing a 2-hour-long workout, and then actually driving back home. And so by the time that's all said and done, it's 3 hours later, 30 minutes in and out in your own home with your family. It's quick, it's easy. So, and it's proven through you that you can get results. How has your life changed since you completed your Beachbody program?
Oh, Sean, and that's one thing that I honestly, and I want everybody to understand this, that because there's a lot of people, and I get it, there's a lot of people that are skeptical, excuse me, about the program because they feel, oh yeah, right, you're gonna tell me, I can do those type of workout programs, drink that so-called Shakeology, and sure, meal replacement, quote unquote. But I really want you guys to understand, and that's what I love, what you're doing, Sean, because it's real talk, real people, real results, and I am proof of that. And I want everyone to understand this, that I was just like every single one of you guys. I was that type of person that didn't believe in it. I was that type of person that was, yeah, right, they're gonna get that type of results. No, but what changed was the fact that, guys, like I said, I'm close to 40, okay? And I am feeling like a teenager. And every single person that has been come in contact with me, they're like, Gio, how do you get this energy? How are you so alive? And I tell them, why? Because I'm working out almost every single day. I'm drinking this one amazing shake, this super dense nutrition shake that gives me everything that I need for my body. That in my mind, back in a couple of years ago, I never thought, that I would be drinking something like this. But it changed me to where now I am no longer borderline diabetic. I am super healthy. The last time that I went to the doctor said, you know what, you're like in great shape, for your age. I see many people at this age having many health issues, having the fact that they can't even breathe sometimes, and it's hard for them. And I get it, I was there. So that's why I want people to really relate to my story, and the people that you're going to continue further interviewing, is that I get it, guys. We all were there at one point, but what decided was, again, my reason why. And I want everybody to really dig deep as far as what your reasons why, because sometimes people think, you know what? I don't want to invest in that, but it's a lifetime investment, and it definitely, definitely helps me out. Again, now I'm able to play with my children who are like 8 years old, 5 years old, and I have two of them who are super energized, but I'm able to keep up with them. And not that many, honestly, it's very unfortunate. Not that many gentlemen or ladies out there can actually see that. It's very, very unfortunate, and I'm so thankful to the Beachbody, so thankful to Scotty, and so thankful to, just like you, my brother from Canada, that we continue supporting each other, in times when we're in our very low as well. And that's also another thing that I want everybody to understand. You become a community. You become part of something greater, that when you start surrounding yourself by people who are just like-minded and who want to support you, you become better. And that's what what it also did for me. And I am now living, and I mean, before I used to, even when I was in my early age, I looked older. Now that I'm older, I'm looking younger. so so that's, in a nutshell, Sean, that's, how much it changed me.
Absolutely. So we've talked about the workouts, we've talked about our coaches, we've talked about what our challenge groups can do, and you've touched a little bit on Shakeology. So I'm going to ask you this: how did the Beachbody supplement, nutritional product, Shakeology, or the performance line, whatever you are taking, how has that benefited your workout? Because a lot of people will come to us, and you know this as well, and they say, do I have to have the shake? Do I have to do the shake? They call it the shake, and they don't really understand the benefits. So what were the core benefits for you for drinking Shakeology every day? Like what has it done for you and your body and your mind when it comes to Shakeology?
Definitely. So, once again, just like I said, prior to that, guys, I want really everybody to understand that Shakeology is not, again, just a shake. And I think a lot of people have that misconception, because people think that it's just a protein shake. And it's literally a super dense, healthy nutrition shake. And it has superfoods that were really generated, from all over the world. So you're getting like super dense nutrition at its best. So even if you were to eat clean, healthy throughout the entire day, week, there are still certain vitamins and minerals that your body needs that this produces for you. So it gives you all of that. So like, for an example, if you go on one day of a junk food, at least you're still getting the best stuff for your body. And since literally in 4 to 5 days, when I started drinking Shakeology almost close to 3 days ago, 3 years ago, my body, I felt it. Like, I was always bloated because of all the junk food that I was eating. Immediately, I started feeling like so much more at ease with my stomach. My stomach didn't feel hard anymore, and let's be real, and I'm gonna be very raw with everybody right now, but my regularity was much better on that as well. And I think that sometimes a lot of people don't want to talk about that, but it's so true. It helped me out with that too. And mentally wise, I mean, it gave me much more clarity. It gave me a lot more focus. And I know people right now probably, yeah, right, but I really want you guys to understand that. No, it really helped me out so much. And again, it helped me, from being the borderline diabetic where I was this close to like stepping away so much more further, now being much more healthy. And it's given me the energy. And like I said, I know right now people who are seeing this can say, wow, that guy has like energy like no tomorrow. And that's because of that. Every single day of drinking that for the past close to 3 years, that's where it has helped me so much. And and again, I understand, guys, but I want you to understand this, that I'm not the type of person to kind of just go off what other people say. I had to be that person to live for it for myself. And I think that's where a lot of people right now kind of fall short of, that they kind of tend to think what other people say, but they don't want to do it for themselves. I had to be that type of person to do it for myself, see what the benefits are, and I will be the test of that. And it's been giving me so much more on every single level, on energy, on dense nutrition, on being healthy, being, helping me with, not being borderline diabetic. And I want everybody to really understand that.
Man, you hit it right on the head. I don't even have to add anything to that because it's true. It's more than just the shake. So I got a question for you right now. Now that you've hit your goals, what's next? What's in the future of Giovanni? Like what's next for you in maybe another program, maybe your business? What's in the future of you?
So definitely, for those of you guys who are watching, and I know some of my viewers already know this, but I became a Beachbody coach myself because I love the fact that I was able to help other people who are just like myself, who are just like you, Sean, and your viewers who are having that challenge of knowing what to eat every single day, knowing how to portion control, and just pay it forward. So what's next? Well, currently right now, close to 3 months ago, I was unfortunately out of work. I got laid off, and it was one of the most challenging times in my life because I came to I became depressed a little bit, and I wasn't posting as much anymore. And and I went back and forth, with Scotty and with the community of our family, of Beachbody family, and everybody was saying, Gio, you got this, And then I started remembering. It was so crazy. It was so crazy because I also, just like you, I post videos, motivational videos, inspirational videos, but also talk about my struggles to help others in need, just like myself. And there was one particular video that I remember seeing, not a couple of like about a month ago, that I did, of me personally talking about, not giving up on yourself, on finding a job. How crazy is this, Sean? At my lowest point, when I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, why can I not find a job? Like, I know I'm capable, I know I got this. And then I decided to go on Facebook, and you know how it gives you like that memory, like, oh, this is something that you did in memory. And on the title, I put it saying, never quit on yourself for finding a job, or something like that. And I'm like, oh my God, I remember doing this not too long, like about a year ago. So I clicked on it, and it was a Les Brown video that I saw, and it talked about two people, on one person that gave up on himself for not looking for a job, and the other one just kept on going. So personal development came so huge. And how crazy is it to see my own video to inspire myself on that video at my lowest point? And that's what I want people to understand, that like personal development is huge. Prior to Beachbody, I had never ever picked up, a book in order to read. I had never did any type of positive audio. And people even now today tell me, like, how are you like that? How are you so motivated? How do you so much inspired? And that's because Beachbody and the personal development behind Beachbody, it becomes better. It becomes the person that you really want to be. So what I want to do with my business, what I want to do with the next program, number one, I definitely want to finish Body Beast, because that's something that I'm currently working on. So I want to finish that. And number two, I definitely want to go ahead and just, make this business to go ahead and help thousands of people out there. And also to the viewers of Sean, I want you guys to understand that you guys, if you ever feel any doubt as far as, joining Beachbody or joining the community, you got yourself an awesome coach. And Sean, I just want to say props to you because, we both, you and I, we've had struggles. We've talked back and forth personally through a private message, and it's that community. It's that, and not honestly, I don't call it a friendship. I call it a family, and I really do. And, you and I have gone through struggles. We've seen Scotty go through struggles. We've seen our Beachbody family go through struggles, but we help each other out. And honestly, I don't see that in any type of job. I really don't. So I definitely want to continue paying it forward. I definitely want to help others be successful. There's a great quote that Jim Rohn says that if you help enough people get what they want, then you get what you want. And that's my goal, to help enough people get what they want.
That's a phenomenal answer, my man. And you're right. Beachbody, the way it is, and the family, the community, it's much more than just health and fitness. It's so much bigger than that. It is truly, it's a community. It's people that stand behind you and help you up when you are down. I've said this before on many of my other calls that I've been doing this week, that some of my best friends are in the Beachbody world. I have more friends in Beachbody than I do literally around me, because we are like-minded people. We're all like-minded people. We all have some huge goals, and we all have gone through some transformations, and we all go through personal development. We all go through struggles, and you know what? We can't tell our people enough, on either new customers or old customers, that it's just so much bigger than just weightlifting. It's so much bigger than just doing 30 minutes of cardio and these portion controls. It's really the whole thing that we do is, it's like Carl says, nutrition, support, and fitness. We tie those all in together, and what comes out of it is magic. So we're going to end. I got one more question for you, my man, and you've probably already answered it, but I'm going to ask it again. What is one thing you would say to people that are following you and are watching your journey right now? What's one thing that you would tell them?
So for those of you guys who are following me, like I said, I've shared my struggles. I've shared everything. I am an open book on Facebook. What I want to tell you guys is never give up on yourself. And I truly mean that, because there are times that are hard challenges, just like I gone through myself, Never give up on your dream. Just because other people are not doing it, and just because other people are probably telling you, you know what, why are you doing that? Why do you continue, working out? Why do you continue trying to pursue something that is not going to be there? Don't listen to them. Listen to your heart. Listen to your soul. Like, if you put your mind to it, anything can happen. So I want all of my viewers to know that I want every single one of you guys to understand this. Never, ever give up on yourself. Never give up on your dream, because dreams do come true. They really do.
Man, that's the best way to close it right there. Right, real, right, raw, real talk, real people, real results. Thank you so much for jumping on the call. I want to say thank you for all the support that you've given me. I really enjoy our friendship, and man, I wish you the best. So thanks for jumping on the call. I'm at a loss for words, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sean. And, again, thank you very much for this great opportunity. And like I said, you're my brother from Canada. So, thank you very much. Very privileged. So, I hope this has added value, not just to my viewers, but to your viewers as well.
Thanks, my man. Once again, guys, that is real talk, real people, real results. Stay tuned. We got a lot more speakers coming your way. Again, we do this for the people that don't know why we're doing this. It's a brand new feature. It's something I've taken right to my heart, that, everybody are showing these transformation pictures, the side-by-sides, before and afters, and with a little bit of story, but nobody really gets to know the person that has gone through that transformation. No one really understands the struggles that they went. And what we're really doing here is really showing real people, and where they are now, before and after their transformation. So again, thank you so much, everybody. Much love. Good night.